What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the Crimson Arts Podcast. My name is Raj, and today we're going to be going through a lot from multiple multiple trailers that came out recently to the death of a TV show, thank God, to the death of a franchise, unfortunately, and some minor updates regarding specific films and so on and so forth. Today on with me we got this asshole.
Yo, what up?
We got this wonderful asshole. And we
Always
got
here for a good
and we got
time,
our
though.
guest asshole Nakamura Nemo. What's up, everybody?
I don't want to be an asshole.
None of us do, but unfortunately, the world of entertainment has made us assholes. Let's be real. Especially in this day and age, the world of entertainment, especially from Disney's side, has made us assholes. This is episode 13, Dustin Echoes. You can probably imagine why I called this episode
It's
Dustin
all of it.
Echoes. Oh, jeez. So we first have ourselves a little bit of a memoriam. A lot of celebrities, unfortunately, passed away this entire month. A total of, I believe, I believe 6 celebrities died. We'll get into the list. We're also going to talk about Skydance buying Paramount.
Is this like
along with-
2016 where we lost a lot of celebrities or something too? Because there was like a lot of notable ones that passed away that year.
Who knows? We're going to go through Halo TV. Somewhat good news. I'll touch on the somewhat in a moment. We got our trailers for Agatha All Along, Captain America: Brave New World, and Gladiator 2. Now I'm going to be showcasing
Again,
2
Aaron.
trailers of Gladiator 2. One is the official, and one is the fan re-edit. But I'll talk about that later. We got ourselves an update on Sonic 3, being Batman and the death of the DCAU. Some cosplay / anime talk. The Russo brothers are kind of back, and the Force is unfortunately not strong. I hate to say that. I really do. Trust me, I really hate saying that. So that without any further ado, let's get into the memoriam. So, we got Shelley Duvall of The Shining and Popeyes and all that. She unfortunately passed away on July 7th. Benji Gregory, the child actor from Alf, who passed away on the 13th. Richard Simmons also passed away on the 13th. Shannon Doherty also passed away on the 13th. And Bob Newhart, who was just recent, it was just a couple of days ago, 3 days ago to be exact, and he is our oldest member on this list, unfortunately. 94 years old. Damn. And for those who don't know if you haven't seen him from, he was Buddy's adopted father from the movie Elf with Will Ferrell. It sucks. It really, really sucks. So we're gonna have a couple of minutes of silence to give respect to those that are unfortunately no longer with us. So here we go.
Garages.
Okay. So how's everybody doing today?
Pretty good. I
Doing
prepared
alright.
for two
Yourself?
things.
Good, good. In case you haven't noticed, my location is a little bit different, and it's a little bit of a throwback for those who have been with us since the beginning of Crimson Arts. My old location.
Summer's been brutal. Summer has been brutal this year. Like in
Yeah, it
terms of heat.
has. We're going through a bit of a renovation phase. We're not really renovation. We're getting some new house decor, if you will. We got some stuff via Facebook Marketplace. Our living room and family room is a little bit different compared to how it was before, and unfortunately, our downstairs furnace is, let's just say, it pulled a Kathleen Kennedy on us. It's beyond screwed. So we're looking to get that fixed in a few days, hopefully. That's why I'm up here. Like, it's been a pain to stream normally downstairs this past week. I've been like, I need to find myself a portable fan just to breathe downstairs, because playing on Xbox, PlayStation, it's just been impossible to do so. So yeah, it sucks right now, but we're gonna make do. So let's talk about this, shall we? So
Oh,
this came out of nowhere, and it's possibly the reason why Sonic 3's trailer is taking forever, because of acquisition deals. What was that?
every time something Paramount related comes up, I'm bringing up this plushie as a protest.
Okay, all right, yeah, that's fine.
I've had it
Okay.
with Paramount.
Dude, I've had it with Paramount for almost 20 years at this point. You're just entering the freaking race here. So David Elsion, Skydance Media, has announced that it and its backers will invest $8 million in a takeover of Paramount Global, capping a 7-month quest. Wow. The company has received approval earlier Sunday from a special committee of Paramount's board of directors. The full board okayed the plan for a 2-step transaction. First, the acquisition of National Amusements Inc., the entity run by Sherry Redstone that had control about almost 80% of Paramount voting shares. That transaction will be followed by a full merger. Let's see here. Alciano will be chairman and CEO, and former NBC Universal chief Jeff Shell will lead the company as president. Shell abruptly left NBCU last year after admitting to an inappropriate relationship with, oh God, he pulled a Bill Clinton. After Bob ouster in April, 3 execs were installed in an office of the CEO to run the company. The deal expected to close the first half of 2025. The company said it will put gold-plated media assets, including SBS, Nickelodeon, and Paramount Pictures, in new hands for the first time since the 80s. They better live up to that, because right now Paramount is a joke.
Where's my trailer?
Talk to these assholes. Don't talk to me about it. In press release tonight, Skydance said will reposition Paramount to improve profitability, foster stability and independence for creators, and enable more investment in faster-growing digital platforms. Okay. Well, okay then. Can't say we didn't see this coming at all, but it's probably the reason why, in case you haven't noticed, within the last few weeks, a lot of Paramount-related stuff has been kind of going haywire. from Mission Impossible to Star Trek 2, Sonic. You know, where's our Sonic
Putting it
trailer?
light, Billy.
Yeah, Knuckles is now going to Nickelodeon apparently because of this. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, but if there's one major outcome from this, it's the final. It's finally the cancellation of this. Good fucking riddance. This show was so bad. Like, I mean, like, they tried with season 2. I will give them that. They tried with season 2, but they still ultimately failed.
This was my reaction. Okay, but usually I know I kind of stay quiet on some of the things. I'm usually the more like, well, Batman of the Justice League, kind of more of a part-timer. But this one, I'm actually going to go full and fuck this goddamn show. And honestly, whenever I see other shows do legitimately well, I'm happy for them, but at the same time, I'm pissed off because because Fallout, Last of Us, and a whole bunch of other ones, even goddamn Mario, they get all these either really pretty decent ones or pretty awesome. And what do I get? I get this crap. This is one of the few cases where I'm glad it crashed and burned because now we don't have to deal with it anymore. This crap.
You didn't see this shit, dude. I had to put up with this. Why?
Well, I did see a little bit of season 2 because I heard from the looks of it, it seemed that they were doing a little bit better. But then after a while, I just dropped it. Like, okay. You know, I'm gonna say I know about the whole sometimes you need to give it a chance or something else like that, but I've just been way burned out by too many things to the point where I'm like AVGM when it was mentioning Ghostbusters 2016, a non-review because I refused to watch it. I'd rather wait for word of mouth because I don't want to waste my fucking money on anything that I know is not going to be that good. Plus, I'm trying to save up for a lot of other stuff right now, so I can't really always like check out like a movie if that may or may not look bad or something. I know like a lot of critics and even you guys go through a lot, but just me personally, I either don't always have the time for it, or in some cases, I just don't want to go through with it. Call me a coward or you want. Just if I knew it's just gonna be a shit show, then there's not really any points. But yeah, the Halo show, I was hoping for the longest time. I was hoping it was gonna be decent, but after all this other stuff, as well as way too many deviations, I'm like, okay, screw this.
Like, I was fixing to subscribe to Paramount Plus just to watch Knuckles, and then after Knuckles, watch this. But then now that Knuckles is heading to Nickelodeon, and now that this is canceled, I'm like, wow, I'm glad I did not subscribe to Paramount Plus. I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, and I just got word. Unfortunately, our good buddy Ethan is going through some internet issues right now, so he's not going to be able to jump in physically. But let's see if he can actually try to show up via the chat. I'm so sorry about that, you guys. I did not expect that. But yeah, like I sat through this shit twice for your sanity, because like Nemo, I was trying to keep an open mind. I was like, you know what? Maybe okay. Sometimes an adaptation doesn't have to be exactly like it is, you know. But after The Last of Us, oh my god! After The Last of Us, you need to do it exactly as if people have never played the games.
Well, I'll get into it. I'll get into it when I get to my turn. But yeah, it's why things like this is the reason why I praised Beverly Hills Cop, which is something I'm not a fan of. And I'm not a fan of Last of Us, but yet I enjoyed that show.
Yeah. It's an utter joke, man.
We're celebrating for the wrong reasons, and it upsets me.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. I bought my popcorn for the wrong reasons.
The hardest choices require the strongest wills.
I don't know what that was about. That was weird. But anyway.
But yeah, honestly, good rings to that show.
But it's not necessarily canceled, though. It is going through a is going through a Cape Crusader moment where it's getting shopped around to other studios, to other platforms right now. So maybe whatever studio decides to pick up Halo, it can treat it better. And if anything, they should just start fresh, start all over. Don't ignore the Silver timeline. Just do a full-blown adaptation of the games. Have the first season be Halo Reach. Have season 2 be Halo Combat Evolved and Halo 2. Have season 3 be Halo 3. It's not that fucking hard.
Actually, isn't this year like the 20th anniversary of Halo 2?
Yeah, and 343 and Microsoft aren't doing jack fucking shit about it. Plus, this is a clear indication that with Knuckles going to Nickelodeon and Halo being canceled, it's pretty crystal clear that Paramount Plus is going bye-bye. Good riddance, because Paramount Plus is fucking awful. Probably the worst streaming service I've ever had to endure, ever. Like, it's basically a half-assed Disney Plus. Like, I remember when Paramount Plus first became a thing, right? I legit thought that it was basically a half-assed Disney Plus, because the UI and everything is pretty much exactly like that of Disney Plus. But it was so choppy. The UI was just like, it just wouldn't start right. Like, I don't know what shrooms the developers behind Paramount Plus were on. But I would ignore that shit.
Oh, hey, look who's back.
Oh, hey.
Nice. Sweet.
You there, Ethan?
You good?
I may have been able to fix it. I'm not 100%. Hold on. I'm trying to see if I can stop the recording. Hold on. Because I set the hotkeys where I can shut it off. Because, yeah, that recording was just killing my CPU. Doing both at the same time was just absolutely destroying my CPU usage. And I was
what CPU do you have?
Like, I was... Because Casey's watching the podcast right now.
Oh, hey, Casey.
Could hear everything was saying on there. But I have no idea, dude. Oh, she's off of it now because I logged out. So hold on, I'll get her back into it. Just give it a minute because it's still trying to just upload that 2 seconds.
I know Rucio's going to try to
join
in the chat as well.
I'll be right back.
That should take care of it. If it doesn't, then I'm going to have to jump back out. It's just...
Yeah, I don't know what that's about, but I'm sorry about that. Well, let's see if you can actually try to get through this as much as we can. I mean, this thing has already been a complete disaster from the get-go. I mean, we were supposed to start this about an hour ago, but life got in the way. So, okay, let's get into some Agatha, shall we? Oh boy. Here we go. This is review.
Another beautiful day.
Surprised to see you out here, Detective. Jane Doe. Found her down here by the water.
Cause?
Blunt force trauma.
No, that's not gonna work.
What happened to you? I have a lead in the case.
No, it's definitely not gonna work.
But can't shake this feeling I'm seeing it wrong.
Is this really how you see yourself?
That witch is gone, leaving you trapped in her distorted spell. Claw your way out.
Marvel Television, that's new.
I miss the glory days. She took every bit of power I had, but I can beat that witch again. Well, the gang's all here. Let's hit the road.
I'm gonna walk the witch's road. The road is a death wish. Join me. What witch in her right mind would join Agatha Harkness's coven? Not looking for right-minded witches, as it happens.
Sweetheart, you okay? Oh my God! Oh, what's she doing? Where's she going?
That's a big note for me. Because here's why. Guess what else is coming out? The prequel to Hocus Pocus, and I'm actually more interested in that than Agatha.
Wait, when was this
That's my honest
announced?
opinion.
When was this announced?
Pretty recently.
Wow. Okay. Just
So unless the prequel trilogy with the Sanderson sisters is canceled or delayed, I won't be watching this.
yeah, I don't really give a shit about it either. Honestly. Oh my God. Okay, so unfortunately, Ethan is not going to be able to continue on with us because of the internet issues as we spoke, and I got to turn off local recordings. I guess that's what's killing us. And I can't do it now because, well, it's mid-recording, and we're already pretty much 22 minutes in. I don't want to restart and come back in.
All right. I know Steve's gone too. Oh,
You
there
back?
he is.
Steve? He'll jump back in. Don't worry. He's still within the stage unit. He'll be fine. He has co-access to this account, so we're good. We'll be fine.
All right.
So anyway, okay. Now that we saw whatever the fuck that is, Disney, Marvel, crying out loud. Let's get into this.
Oh, yeah, this one I have seen.
Wilson.
Well, it's been a while since
Thanks for
first
coming
seen,
in.
so
Thank you for the invite, sir. I have to admit, I'm still getting used to the new look. They said lose the mustache or lose the election. You and I haven't always agreed in the past, but I want to make another run at making Captain America an official military position. And if we disagree on how to manage this situation, then what happens?
I'm sorry. When did Dr. Jones become president?
We'll show the world a better way forward.
I got a better question. Isaiah!
Sir, your inner circle's been compromised. Either you can't see that, or you don't want to. What if it's a trap? Global power is shifting. You're just a pawn. You may be Captain America, but you're not Steve Rogers. You're right. I'm not.
I got a better question. Since when did Dr. Jones become Red Hulk? That's the better question. When the fuck did he become Red Hulk?
I really don't know about this one. I mean, I love Captain America, but I really don't know about this.
Honestly,
Well,
I'm a little split because this movie had issues before the reshoots. Like, it was getting
The test- I
yeah,
heard the-
because they did
the test screening was
screenings,
horrible.
and all of them were bad except for this one, apparently.
So looks like those reshoots did the trick because it actually looks kind of decent. Like the trailer itself, the way it's edited, and like, yeah, Harrison Ford is the only reason why I'm watching this movie, but it makes me question this one little thing here, right? Why the fuck is Disney so hell bent on annoying the everlasting fuck out of Harrison Ford? They killed him off in one of his most iconic roles. Well, to be fair, he asked for it. He got fucking sidelined by his other most iconic role, one in which that he's still a fan of, by the way, and he's essentially being a substitute for someone that unfortunately passed away a few years ago. If anything, give him the mustache. Give the Ross Thunderbolt mustache. Why is he? All I'm seeing is Harrison Ford here. I mean, granted, it's a great role for him. I'm glad. I'm happy for him. But like, what if you're playing Thunderbolt Ross? Give me the stash. I don't care. He needs to have the freaking stash. I don't care if Red Hulk doesn't have the stash. Give him the freaking stash, damn it! But aside from that,
you should have played the song "Mustache" from "1,000 Ways to Die in the West."
You want to know where? You want to know where the mustache went? It went to Henry Cavill.
Oh yeah.
But for Sam Wilson as the current Captain America, honestly, I don't mind it. I personally did not. I'm not on the camp that Steve Rogers is always is the Captain. Look, Steve Rogers is the definitive Captain America. Okay? But I'm not against Sam taking up the mantle. After all, Captain America is just a mantle. It's been used by several other folk in the Marvel Universe, not just Sam Wilson. Hell, Bucky himself held a shield for a time. After Captain America supposedly died in the comics. So, yeah, honestly, whatever. Go at it. I don't care. As long as the story in the movie itself is entertaining. That's the big key that I want movie studios in general, not just Disney or Warner, but every studio should focus on right now, is that is just pure quality entertainment. Because you want to know the sad truth is? Twisters is one of the most entertaining movies this year. I hate to say it. Twisters?
What?
I'm not fucking kidding. It is the most entertaining. I hate to say it.
I wouldn't say it's on the same level as some of the other movies I've seen this year, but I would say it's definitely in my top 10 favorites of the year. And keep in mind, the first film I thought was okay for the most part. I thought it was alright, but...
I know you're going to hate me when I say this, Anthony, I swear. But here's the thing. They focused on just...
Fuck you.
Okay, alright, hold on. I'm going to have to remove you from the God damn it, what are we doing now?
No, he's back.
Okay.
Yep.
Movies are so hell-bent on being political. Hell-bent on being idealistic, yet they're just supposed to entertain. Just entertain. Let me eat my popcorn and soda in peace.
I think the director of this movie actually came out and said he didn't want to do any messages. All he wanted to do was just a good movie. Meanwhile, people were like, "Oh, why aren't you doing this? Why isn't it doing about climate change?" And all this movie was just simply, here's a movie about tornadoes. That's it.
And speaking of Hollywood being completely, absolutely fucking unnecessary.
Okay, I haven't seen the first Gladiator, though I really freaking need to, considering where I went to.
I remember that.
But why do we need a sequel to Gladiator?
That a slave could take revenge against an emperor.
Where were you born?
I don't know. I never knew a mother nor a father.
You will be my instrument.
Oh my fucking god! Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? Look at this. Look at this right now. Look at that.
Wait, how are you able to zoom in like that?
Because I just can't.
Denzel Washington. Yep.
No, not the Denzel. Look at the like to dislike ratio. Look at that.
Yep.
That's bad. On.
Continuing.
Anyway.
You will be my instrument.
Who are you?
Did you hear that crowd?
I love Denzel Washington.
The greatest temple Rome ever built.
I'd say the production value-wise, it looks pretty
This is
interesting.
what they believe in. Power.
Yeah, that's the most thing this movie had. Production value.
General Casey.
That
What
means
type of
nothing
voodoo
anymore.
magic is he using to essentially keep himself still be around or
So many
something?
subjects. She must feed them.
They can eat war.
The arena turns slaves into gladiators, the gladiators into free men.
You have something in you. I knew it from the start.
Did you now?
Rage. That rage is your gift.
This is about survival. Survive. Hold together, and when it charges, break for the wall.
Whose head could I give you that would satisfy this fury?
The entire Roman armies.
Too much.
The general will do.
Rome must fall.
Why this music? It's not. This doesn't fit.
This is inappropriate as hell.
This ring belonged to Maximus. Now I give it to you. What is the dream of Rome? People are not free.
I'm avoiding this like way.
I was on.
You better too.
Now.
I should have done this for Twisters. What I failed to do for Twisters, I'm doing it for this. I'm avoiding this crap.
I'm just gonna watch the first one. That's it.
Who will not
Do
waste
that.
another generation of young men for their vanity.
Strength among us.
Let's see. If I want to do something that was Roman based, I either do Gladiator or fuck. I'd rather deal with Rise Son of Rome over this.
It's like God of War. It's like fucking God of War.
That's not Roman. That's Greek or Norse.
You know what I mean.
Actually, wasn't there a TV show called Rome? I forget.
I don't care. Anyway, I'm going to show you a much better version of this trailer. Hold on a moment. This is it. This is what it should have been.
I'm in here.
I remember that day. I never forgot it. That a slave could take revenge against an emperor.
Yeah.
If they did this,
Where were you born?
Don't know. I never knew a mother nor a father.
You will be my instrument.
Who are you?
when
The arena turns
fans
slaves
like,
into
like normal
gladiators.
folks like you and me
The
can
gladiators
produce
into free
better
men.
quality content than actual higher-ups
I
at
knew
a
it from the
Hollywood
start.
studio.
Did you now?
That's
Did
a
you hear that
problem.
The greatest temple Rome ever built. Colosseum. Because this is what they believe in. Power. General Acacius.
There are victories yet still to come.
Rage. That rage is your gift.
Okay, now if they use this music, I might have at least been interested.
Yeah.
Whose head could
Especially
I give
since
you that would satisfy
I've actually been to Rome itself, as well as the Colosseum, and it is one of the most amazing things I've ever experienced in my life. So, yeah, I am going to be pretty hard on this one.
Belonged to Maximus. Now I give it to you. What is the dream of Rome? People are not free.
No, what? I'll see
That
it.
is- See, that's how it should have been. But no, let's include a rap number that has the words Coliseum in the fucking rap number.
Hoc spectacmelius.
All because Denzel Washington is. Look, I love me some Denzel Washington. He's a phenomenal actor, okay? But why the hell is he in this thing?
Why did I get that instead of me? Why? Why Paramount?
Yeah! Yeah! Oh my god. Speaking of Sonic 3, okay.
Don convenit saltem in hoc
Well-
tempori.
There's a possibility that it might be released on July 27th, which is in pretty much a week, in honor of the director's birthday. Originally thought it was going to be releasing during Comic-Con itself. However, Deadpool and Wolverine had other plans. Knuckles is going to Nickelodeon, as we already mentioned, and Paramount is fucking dead.
So it turns out there will be something for Sonic, but it's just going to be the Keanu Reeves motorcycle inspired by Shadow and a cafe.
Oh my god!
So that's what's going to show up at a Comic-Con is a motorcycle and a cafe of Sonic. That's all I get. That's all we get.
Fuck you, Paramount. Fuck you. All right, let's go back to 5 months ago, shall we? I really don't want to do this. I really don't want to fucking do this. Oh my god, I guess I am.
What are you doing?
Oh,
It's his turn. It's Roger's turn, and then I finally get my turn at the finale.
Wait, why are we doing Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League?
You're gonna die screaming at Superman's feet.
Why? What's up with his feet?
I don't know, man. We're 2 for 2 on killing your boys so far.
Ah!
Love makes it worth the pleasure. You think you're a team now? You're herd animals, dependent on someone else to survive. Like you, Harkness. An illiterate alcoholic who's desperate for the spotlight.
And Floyd's a deadbeat dad. Sharky's a freak who'll never be a real boy, and I'm... What was it? Oh, yeah. I never was too bright. Get some new material, jerk off. You know, Joker used to be real good at hurting people with words. But you, well, even when you're evil, you're still too good. You had a good run, Brucey. Flying around Gotham, punching bad guys, clean up the streets, causing long-term mental and emotional damage to everyone you knew. It's our turn now. After all we've been through. Oh. Bet you didn't think it'd be me at the end, huh, Beth?
Are we done with your bad stand-up routine?
Almost. But you always gotta end on your best joke.
just like that. Fuck you, Rocksteady. To add insult to fucking injury, this is played.
Metropolis, this is Lois Lane. From all reports, it seems that Batman is gone. As Batman and as Bruce Wayne, everyone knew him. Everyone knew his voice. Always prepared, he left a communication with the Daily Planet in the event of... Well, it reads, "When I put on the cowl, it became a symbol. But I never stopped being Bruce Wayne, citizen of Gotham. Remember that we are all handed adversity in our lives. No one's journey is easy. It's how we handle that, how we help others, that makes us unique. That's what the Batman will always stand for. Metropolis, we'll get through this. And Batman, goodbye. You will be missed, but never forgotten.
That was about 5 months ago. And I'm still you know what? I'm just gonna get into the actual thing, alright?
Even Angry Joe basically just tore into it and shit.
But now we got our redemption a little bit. And this is from the just released Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 3. So here we go. This is the final performance of Kevin Conroy's Batman.
I must say, Batsy, I'm flattered. The end of the world, and you want to spend it with me? I didn't know you cared.
I care, Joker. About Gotham. About justice. And if it has to end, at least I go out like this, being Batman.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. So, for full context, if you haven't seen or read Crisis on Infinite Earths, a bunch of universes get killed off, and the DCEU is unfortunately one of them. It's good to see Kevin get more of a respectful send-off from the DC animation team. Despite all this, the DCEAU, that includes Justice League, and yeah, that was the Watchtower. Let me show you. Okay, hold on a moment.
But why Batman Beyond? Really? Why kill off Batman Beyond? That was
Honestly,
my Batman.
There's a lot of stuff in this and the other ones that just doesn't add up to the point where yes, it pretty much looks like and has some other things, but I don't think that's the exact same universe, especially since, well, the DCAU is no stranger to multiverses either. So for all we know, this isn't the one that we
I refuse to acknowledge this. I still count the Batman animated series and Batman Beyond together in the same universe, and even Superman the animated series. I still count them as existence. I don't want to acknowledge this.
Yeah, I don't fall. Yeah, like I said, I saw this and there's a lot of stuff that just does not add up to the point where I can't say that it's the same universe.
I think it's best if we actually see the actual movie, because I only saw parts 1 and 2, and part 3 for whatever the hell reason it's $20 to pick up, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just wait until it appears on Max so I can just watch it for free like everybody else is going to be doing anyway. But not only is the DCAU gone, but apparently, while the characters do not make an appearance, the Teen Titans Tower from the 2003 show makes an appearance, and that gets wiped out as well. And I heard that the Batman show from 2004 also gets wiped out. Our childhoods are fucking wiped out, man. It's so fucking depressing. Oh, man. But
I refuse to acknowledge that as canon.
Regardless of what's canon or not, the universe is gone. It's dead, and it was many of our childhoods, and it's obviously going to get cleared out just for James Gunn's upcoming DCEU. So if that's the case, James, you better get your bread up. You better deliver on this upcoming universe, because if it fails, I'm tossing all my DC merch right out the window.
Yeah, because from what I hear from the Supergirl movie with Lobo as the main villain, that sounds promising. I would love to see that.
Yeah, and it's rumored that Jason Momoa is coming back to DC, but as Lobo this time around, not as Aquaman. So let's see what happens. All right, this is something that Ethan, our good buddy Ethan, wanted to talk about, but internet issues. So Ghost Stories is on Amazon for free, and if you haven't seen, especially the English dub, which hold on a moment, I'm gonna give you full context, okay? Because this shit is ridiculous. Hold on a moment. Hold on. I gotta bring it back up.
Well, wait, hold. Never mind.
A police station! Thank God! I never thought I'd be happy to see one of those things. Hey, put the donuts down! Drop the Krispy Kreme, Serpico! We need your help
Is he
here!
in my house with, like, my father and my brother after 9 months or something?
I see.
The fucking English dub to this is just ludicrous, man. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Okay, so Demon Slayer is confirming 3 movies to complete the series. So, cool, I guess. Let's see what else he wrote here. Cardcaptor Sakura returning to theaters for anniversary next month. The terrible anime ending for Darling in the Franxx manga got a really good update. Highly recommended, but be aware of the 18+ not safe for work moments. There's a lot of it, apparently, according to Ethan. And to cap off this segment of Kaz anime talk, we're getting a Terminator anime at the end of August, and it's probably the most unsettling release date ever for those who are diehard Terminator fans like myself. Yeah.
This isn't what you think it is. You can't see it yet. But you've been on a collision course your entire life. There's no going back. Not really. It will never, ever stop. There's only one thing standing in between you and him. Me.
Funny, the date! August 29th, 1997.
Yep.
I'll say this: if there's one studio that can,
unsettling.
if there's one studio that I can definitely say do well with this, is considering the Cyberpunk history, it's definitely Production IG, considering they've done really well with Ghost in the Shell. So if there's at least one, guys, it would I think they could definitely do okay with this.
And for the better part of the past week, ever since the release of this trailer, Steve has been sending me nothing but random Terminator clips left and right. I'm like, okay, I get that we were getting a Terminator anime, but can you please cool it? I kid. Oh man. But yeah, I'm gonna reserve better judgment and wait for word about on this series. If it lives up, then I'll probably check it out. But my faith in the Terminator brand as of this moment, I've yet to pick up Terminator Resistance, which I know Captain Nemo streamed that like a couple months ago. Is that correct?
Yeah, a couple months ago, and the ending was actually really freaking awesome. I actually felt like I was part of the first two movies. I wouldn't really say it retcons the third movie, but if you feel like you have an importance in the franchise, I give props to that.
Yeah, like, it's really sad when an anime studio and a video game studio can produce better Terminator content than Hollywood. Let that
I'm
sink
not
in.
surprised.
Let that sink in. Okay, so apart from Halo being shut down, here's one final piece of good news before we go back to hell. I really hate saying that. The Russo brothers are back. Early talks to return to the MCU to direct not one, but 2 Avengers movies. Might get a sequel wars, which is something that they wanted to do for a while. Will end this mess called the multiverse saga. The director of Deadpool and Wolverine, Sean Levy, was in talks to direct Avengers 5 and 6, but is currently wrapping up the final season of Stranger Things. Yeah, for those who don't know, Sean Levy, before Deadpool and Wolverine, before he worked with Ryan Reynolds on a couple other projects, including the Adam Project and Free Guy, he worked on Night of the Museum and a lot of Stranger Things episodes. So, yeah, he's definitely going to get his hands on, but he's going to be pretty busy finishing up the rest of Season 5, which is set to release sometime next year. So, unfortunately, he's not going to be coming back to the MCU unless Ryan Reynolds says otherwise. So, who knows? And now, back to hell.
Yep.
Disclaimer. The following contains spoilers and a lot of inappropriate language. Viewer discretion is advised. And I want to point out, you're going to see it on screen when I say this, that this show isn't getting hate for its wokeness. No. This show is getting hate because it's bad. Okay? I cannot emphasize this enough. It's not bad because it's woke. It's bad because it's bad. Okay?
It's the reason why I'm not wearing this. This show does not deserve this positive image of a wig.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, Steve, he wears his this wig to put in the Captain Nemo persona, but in this case, he
doesn't deserve it.
Captain Nemo was supposed to represent positivity. Today, you're looking at Stormtrooper. What's your Stormtrooper number?
TK425.
Okay, yeah. So you're gonna see a totally different Anthony today, which is unfortunate.
I got this lightsaber and I'm gonna strike down each and every episode like they're droids.
Let's do this. Steve?
Yeah.
Do you have any popcorn?
No.
I have it right here. I have it right here.
Yes, I've endured 2 months of torture watching this thing. 2 months of torture.
Oh, hold on a second. Right on time. Welcome,
Hi, Ricio. Just in time to see me pickpocket this thing.
Oh my god!
So again, that's my girlfriend. She is Mexican. Raj, he is Indian. He's my friend. So to let you know, I'm not racist. This is actually my frame set, my mindset of open mind. Everything.
Honestly, at this point, the definition is literally just used as a critic to essentially deflect criticism.
So I want to put that disclaimer out there. I'm not racist at all. This is legit what you're going to see and hear from everything I've gotten from this show.
Yep. So, without any further ado, here we go.
Oh. All right, episode 1. Decent. So I want to get into what I like about the show. If you notice, I have a gold yellow lightsaber here. That represents like the Guardians, the elite Jedi and all that. We see that in the show. I love the colors. I love the pure white and the gold yellowish flow of the robes that the Jedi have. And the makeup for Jackie, who is my second favorite character of this show, was amazing. Like, I loved her makeup. It was awesome. The white hair, it just worked. And out of all the characters that I wanted to see in the show, it was Jackie. She's the one that pops. She's the one that got me interested. Like, okay, this is definitely a prequel type thing. So I love the colors. I love the costumes and the setting. The ships are cool to look at. So I love that. And the true takeaway from this that is really good is the fighting. The lightsaber fighting is the fastest I've seen since the Star Wars prequel movies. So I give props to that, because in the sequel trilogy, lightsabers are like, slow, sluggish, like bam, bam, when it should be bam, 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 you know? Like they treated these things like they weighed like 10 pounds or something like that. Like these they treat them like they weigh a ton, and I'm like, that's not the way it worked. So I am proud that they did fix that in this show, and the soundtrack is amazing. So that is the soundtrack, the fighting, and the costumes. That's what I like about this show, and that is it. That is it for what I like about this show. Okay, so Trinity from the Matrix, who is a Jedi who gets killed off by May. There's a swap there, but it's okay. But it's May. She's the evil twin. Gets killed off using daggers. Master Soul, who is my personal favorite that I kind of grew attached to in this show. He is the fan favorite. He's the one who carried this show for me. Lee Jong-jae, the actor from Squid Game, is Master Soul, and he's from South Korea, and he learned English just to be in this show. And this, oh god. So that's to let you know the dedication. Like the actors put in their hard work, heart and soul into this. So again, I don't blame the actors. I blame the writing.
Yep.
He's the one carrying the show. The Anakin blows off the Death Star guy, known as Master Yord, I think he's not. He's just Jedi Yord. I don't think he's a master, but we see him without his shirt off for whatever reason. I guess to implement the quote unquote gay Star Wars. We see him without his shirt. That's just the beginning, folks. That was completely unnecessary. We have Jackie, which I already pointed out. She is X-23. Yes, the actress of X-23 is in this show, and she makes a phenomenal Jedi. I loved her character. And yeah, the fighting's actually really good. So we learned that there's 2 twins we really should be focused on, but I'll get into that in a minute. But we're supposed to fall in love with these 2 twins, Osha and May. Osha is the good one, and May is the bad one. And they are the main characters. And then at the end, we see Darth Teeth, the supposed villain of the show. All right, we get into episode 2. Soul, Yor, and Jackie look for May once they learn that May and Osha are twins. Soul protects Osha from harm while she looks for her sister. May meets with an Asian merchant, aka the Stranger, who gives her poison. May finds the next victim, Jedi Master Kanaka meditating and minding his own business, and May tries to attack him, but he's protected by a force field. Yes, you read that right. He's protected. He used the force to create a shield of himself, so like a field. So he created a force field, and he cannot land an attack on him. He's completely protected. So what does May do? He puts poison right by his feet, and he drinks the poison. He dies. So now there are 2 Jedi dead, and the attention is turned to the Jedi Wookiee. That is the cliffhanger. It's like, okay, so we killed off Trinity in the first episode. We killed off Kanaka in the second episode. This is turning into a murder mystery thing. Somewhat. We kind of know who the killer is, so not much of a murder mystery, but, the murder's happening. We have 2 Jedi dead, and now the attention turns to this very interesting Wookiee Jedi, and that's where it ends. Cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
I'm gonna let this drag out for just a little longer because I know what the fuck is about to happen. Okay, so I'm just gonna slowly eat this 1 or 2 or 3 pieces of popcorn kernels right here. You want to know what happens next? I'll let Anthony tell you what happens next.
Oh, here we get a filler. That's right. Episode 3 is a filler. Cliffhangers. What are they? Okay. So the flashback is where May and Osa are kids. All right. They're created by the lesbian witches, by two women. Because one says that I carried them, and then the other one, the black woman, goes, I created them. So they're created by 2 lesbian witches by some kind of they're created using the thread, not the force, the thread. These witches believe that they're better than the Jedi, and that instead of using the force, they pulled the thread. So I kind of see what they're going for. With how there's different religions. Like me and Raj, we're a different religion, but we're still buds. So It's okay to have different beliefs and all that. So that's kind of one thing they're kind of going for, is that, okay, not everybody believes in the Force. That's already been established with Han Solo. Han Solo even said that, hey, hokey religions and ancient weapons are no match for a good blaster at your side, Yep. So I kind of see what they're going for, but still. But yeah, it's works the same way. Just call it the fucking Force. That's really what Raj put here.
You know what? I'm sorry. I gotta say this. I know I have the soundboard, but I don't have the sound effects. So I'm just gonna say, that's not how the Force works.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, really? You're cold? Honestly, say what you want about Force Awakens. That's like the best line in the movie.
Yeah.
It was
That's not how the Force works.
The Force Awakens is a fun movie. I will give it that.
Yeah.
All right. So the thread is what created May and Osa, as I already pointed out. May believes in the witchcraft, but Osa is hesitant. The Jedi find them and sew up. Sol and Dara, who is Trinity, Kanaka, who just drank the poison, and the Wookiee Jedi are all there. The witches possess Kanaka. Out of all the Jedi there, they choose to possess the only white man there, and warn the Jedi to leave. The Jedi wish to test the 2 girls, and the witches are hesitant, but they do allow them to be tested. But the girls are given the instruction to fail the test, that way they don't go with the Jedi. May does what he's told. He purposely fails the test, but then when Osa gets tested, he's kind of hesitant, and that's when Sol kind of catches on, like, are you instructed to fail this? Don't. Do this for real, Let yourself be yourself, You have a different destiny, That's basically what Sol's trying to apply. Trinity is a little hesitant, like, Sol, this is a waste of time on our part, but go ahead. But so, anyways, C passes, and then the Jedi has such interest in Osha, and then the Jedi kind of is like, okay, we kind of want to take Osha, but then realizing this, May tells on Osha, and therefore they lock Osha up in a room, and then May catches the room on fire. She tries to kill her own sister. And keep in mind, this witch structure is a stone structure. How it's able to catch on fire is beyond me, but I'm rolling with it. So then we get into the ritual. The ritual begins, and when the moons align, it looks exactly like the Halcyon symbol from the Star Wars Hotel. Kathleen Kennedy, this is not our fault that the hotel failed. It's yours. So yeah, there you go. The moons align to look like that symbol. And if you look at the Acolyte's title, it has that symbol on it. So they're blaming us for the Star Wars Hotel. But anyways, Osha or May gets a...
Hold on. It's not like you guys charged $6,000 to $7,000.
You think I did not want to go on this thing? I did. I could not afford it. I could not afford it.
You need to be a fucking millionaire. You need to have Donald Trump money just to go to there.
Yeah.
And not everybody is Donald Trump. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
So, anyways, May gets the tattoo on her forehead from the ritual, so that's how you can tell the difference from the twins. Then comes the power. Then comes when they give her this tattoo. When they give her this tattoo, they go, the power of one, the power of two, the power of many. What are you trying? What was that? What was that? Are you trying to sell a Pepsi commercial? But I'm sorry, I have to break it to you. But the villain from Madam Web already did that for us. All right. So what the fuck is this?
Hold on, I gotta take this off the stage for just a moment. Hold on a moment. Say it with me now. Ready? The failure
of one.
The failure
of two.
The
failure of many.
The failure of many. You know what this sounds like?
Orgasm.
I will touch on that in just a hot moment, which is one of the many issues I have with this stupid ass show, and I haven't even seen it. Me and Steve have not seen it. This is straight from the memory of this poor guy. I feel so bad right now. Holy shit. Okay, good.
All right. So after we see that, so stop trying to sell us Pepsi. May gets the tattoo on her forehead, and Osha does not. That's how you tell the difference. The Jedi come to the rescue, and Osha's room catches on fire, as I already said. Osha escapes from that room. Soul sees Osha and May confronting each other on this bridge. Soul saves Osha, but May goes missing. Episode ends. So again, this is the impression I got. The impression I got from this episode is that lesbians are witches, and let's kill all the lesbians, because they run past Soul and Osha run past all the lesbians, run past all the witches, and they're dead. They're dead. They have no explanation why all these witches die, but they're dead.
That's what Disney wants us to do, right?
So being that the witches are mysteriously dead with no explanation, that was the message I got. That was the message I got, was that lesbians are witches. Let's kill the witches.
I hate that I have to do that to those two plushies, but I hope you get what I'm trying to get at here. Like, what the hell, man? What the fuck was that about? Like, you're all for inclusion and all that representation and whatnot. Hell, the show is written by a lesbian. Yet that's the impression we got. Or that's the impression you got, at least. I don't know about me.
Yeah, that's the impression I got, and I was offended. Because I was like, this is not Star Wars. What is this? Because I have friends in the LGBTQ community. I'm an ally. I have a flag right there that says I'm an ally, and I'm offended by this. So, all right, episode 4. So finally, we're back on track after that colossal waste of time to find the Wookiee, the damn Wookiee Jedi. The Jedi hire a humanoid golfer alien that can smell the Wookiee. Never mind that these are Jedi that can sense living beings. We need to hire a golfer.
Wait, hold on a second. You needed a fucking creature to find a Wookiee by smell.
And here's the thing: that the Wookiee is a Jedi himself, so easily the Jedi should be able to sense each other with ease.
Not just that. Forget about the whole Jedi Force sensing, whatever. Like, look at Wookiees for a moment. Look at Wookiees for a hot moment, okay? They are basically the equivalent of dogs, okay? Dogs have a distinctive scent. How do you... What is this? So in order to find a fucking Wookiee, whether it's a Jedi or not, I cannot find them because of their distinctive smell. But a dumbass random alien golfer, or whatever the fuck it's called, is able to do that for me. Get a dog to find another dog.
Now this alien does have a name, but I don't remember the name because I don't care about this character. I really don't.
Fair enough.
So Ki-Adi-Mundi is in this episode. Here's your cameo saying, "Hey, we're Star Wars." And not to mention he was in Legends not born yet. So
we're gonna get to that in a hot moment, but continue.
So like, where is Yoda? So we get Ki-Adi-Mundi instead of Yoda, okay, to say that, hey, this is Star Wars. So a bunch of Jedi join the hunt. But not Ki-Adi-Mundi. He's just there. He just waves the Jedi bye-bye. May finds the stranger with ease, and the stranger gives May the Wookiee. The stranger gives May the assignment of kill this Wookiee without violence. Isn't that what happened in the?
Did you do that?
Isn't that what happened in the second episode when he drank the poison? Okay, whatever. So he kind of tags along, and he like, well, you're coming with me to help me kill this guy without any violence. So he tags him along. So when that happens, all of a sudden the stranger walks into a snare trap, and he's dangling there on a snare trap. And then May's like, "No, what? I could have told you about that trap, but I'm not going to. I'm going to turn myself into the Jedi. I want to switch sides. Killing someone without violence is impossible." And the stranger goes, "He's gonna kill you." Wow. That right there gave him away. That, my friends, the stranger is Darth Teeth. That gave him away. Right there. So
don't worry about this right now. Just focus on this because I have a reason why I'm bringing this up. Okay.
So meanwhile, we go back to Osa. Osa touches a tree, but that tree has a giant bug attached to it, and all the bug does is flap its wings. It still kills it for no apparent reason. So I didn't see any danger there. So now we find the Wookiee dead with a lightsaber cut across his chest. So we're robbed of a good fight between the stranger and the Wookiee. I would have loved to see that, but no, we see the Wookiee dead. Let's see. The Jedi catch up and here comes catch up to the scene. They have May cornered in the Wookiee hut. But then here comes Darth Teeth flying down. He flicks Osa out of the way with like that, like flicks him away with the Force, like that, super powerful, super badass. And then the Jedis ignite their sabers, they charge at him, and then Darth Teeth does a giant Force push and pushes all the Jedi And that's how it ends.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the crazy thing. After that episode, me and many Star Wars Jedi like, wait a minute, what's the deal with Ki-Adi-Mundi? Well, Disney goes into a panic mode and updates the Wikipedia after this episode to make sure Ki-Adi-Mundi is older or just as old as Yoda. They go into a panic mode and update this in real time. And I didn't know about this until Star Wars Theory, a good YouTube channel, by the way, about Star Wars content, saw this, and I'm like, no way. And sure enough, it said Wikipedia is working. So they're in panic mode trying to update this.
Okay.
All right.
Let's get down to the actual only decent episode.
Yeah, there's only one good episode in this whole show. And I dubbed this the Dave Filoni episode because even though he's not credited in the credits at all, I do think he was involved in this episode looking over Leslie's shoulder. Because this was actually a good episode. So that's why I think he worked on this. Something that Star Wars fans have been wanting for a long time is seeing cryosis, and finally cryosis is shown. Now, what is cryosis? It is a metal similar to Beskar, but while Beskar is lightsaber resistant, cryosis is lightsaber absorbent. So it's cool that we finally get to see this. The lightsaber absorbing metal is shown at last. The Jedi try to strike down Darth Teeth, but due to the cryosis absorbing the metal, it absorbs the lights from the lightsaber and disables them temporarily. It doesn't break the lightsabers; it just disables them because it absorbs this blade right here to where all you have is a hilt until it can recharge. So Soul checks on Osha to make sure he's okay. Darth Teeth snaps the neck of Yord. He's dead. And poor Jecki. Jecki gets stabbed 3 freaking times. Bam, bam, bam. Gets stabbed 3 times in the chest by Darth Teeth. So all those people complaining about how terrible Ahsoka was because Sabine Wren survived the one lightsaber strike to her. Keep in mind that takes place after Return of the Jedi. What you see in Revenge of the Sith with Qui-Gon Jinn, there's a good year time gap. Medicine and all that technology can improve in that time. So, but regardless, Disney heard you. They killed poor Jecki, my favorite character who had a really badass fight scene against Darth Teeth. Kills her off with 3 hits. Disney heard you, okay? Disney heard you. She's dead. She's not coming back. Overkill. Soul is filled with anger and breaks Darth Teeth's helmet because cryosis is fragile if you hit it with physical force. That is the downside to it. He breaks open the helmet and
apparently that dumbass helmet was modeled after a helmet from Elden Ring. That's from what I've heard, at least.
Probably.
Whatever.
Yeah, Rushio's the Elden Ring player if he's still in the chat. But anyways, so look who it is. It's the Stranger. Who saw that coming, right? He only gave himself away in the last episode. And he calls himself Premier. Yeah, so he calls himself Premier. Premier defeats him, but doesn't kill her.
Oh shoot, that's a type. Whatever.
But meanwhile, May finds Osha unconscious.
Hold on. Just a full disclosure. Like, if the writers are not going to put that much effort into their fucking show, why should I with this presentation right now?
There you go. But anyways, after everything clears up, most of the Jedi are dead, killed by Premier, who has a breakaway saber, just like Cal Kestis in Jedi Survivor. He has a breakaway saber. May finds Osha unconscious. So what May does, instead of helping her sisters, he cuts her hair and steals her clothes in order to become Osha. We get a twin swap like we haven't seen that before. So now Soul takes May aboard his ship, leaving Osha in the care of Cremere, the bad guy. And that is how that ends.
You like that episode? Did you like that episode, Anthony? Did you?
I did.
Did you find it enjoyable? Did it have cool action and shit? Right?
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Fuck you.
Yep, because the next episode 6 is a failure. Naked man! That's right, we see Cremere naked in a skinny dipping scene. Now, we don't see a penis or a butt, but it implies that he's naked, okay? They kind of make those jokes.
Yeah, 'cause the last thing I think of when I think of fucking Star Wars is seeing a Sith junk.
Like, have you ever watched Mulan? Do you know when that Mulan naked scene in that?
What is up with Kathleen Kennedy and Disney showcasing bare shit?
Like, why are we seeing
No,
a naked
Pumbaa,
man?
not in front of the kids.
So Osha wakes up, spies on. So Osha wakes up, follows this guy, watches him strip naked, get into the lake where he skinny dips, and as he takes his lightsaber, ignites it. Cremere sees this, and he gets up, stands in front of her butt naked, and then Caesar looks at his penis like multiple times. So that was a good 20 minutes of the episode right there.
Isn't Star Wars supposed to be for kids? For family?
Yeah, family. It's supposed to be for family. Yes.
So where the fuck is the FBI on this shit?
Exactly. All right. So Cremere says that he isn't as evil.
Steve, do you have the sound clip? The FBI open up sound clip? Please tell me you have it. Looks like he doesn't. Oh well. Okay, continue.
All right. But anyways, continuing on. Cremere says he isn't as evil as he looks and wants to show Osha the scars on his back, which look like it's done by a whip. Okay. So that was the purpose of the naked scene, to showcase the whip, when really he could have just been shirtless like Yord, but whatever. So once he gets dressed, he wants Osha to put on the helmet, the Crassus helmet, after he repaired it. He wants her to wear it. Meanwhile,
so he has a whip, not for weapon-wise, but Leslie, you kinky freak.
All right. So all right, we'll get to the whip in a minute. Soul is tricked by May, and guess who's on board Soul's ship? Gopher. And the Gopher rats out May, telling Soul, "Hey, this is not Osha," and he stuns her, knocks her out with the stun weapon AC in A New Hope when they stun Leia. You know, same thing. We finally see the hyped up laser whip for once, because the green Leslie's wife plays as the Green Master Jedi. And Cease goes down to the planet to investigate, sees all the Jedi dead. Here comes one of these bugs, and he takes out the lightsaber whip and kills it and puts it back. You see the lightsaber whip for 1 second. 1 second. All that hype for lightsaber whip, we see it for 1 second. It's more of a scene like, hey, look what I got. So, okay. So finally, Osha puts on the helmet and sounds like Darth Vader breathing. That's how that episode ends. Giant waste of time that episode was. So naked man, and look, I got a lightsaber whip. That's all you got to know about episode 6. All right. Now is the one that pisses me off. You read that right. Episode 7 is a filler for a filler. And trust me, I wanted to condense this so badly, but the next 2 are going to take a while. This is the worst of the worst. I hated this episode.
Why do you
The
think I'm
Jedi
lying
used
down?
tools.
I'm legit lying down on the floor.
So Jedi use tools like metal detectors to find a vergence in the Force, when really they could be sensing for the vergence. Like Qui-Gon found Anakin, and just by meeting Anakin, he can sense that Force energy from that child. So why are they using tools? All right. So anyways, Soul sees Osa and May as kids for the first time and tells Master Endara, Trinity, about it. Endara insists on leaving the girls alone, but Soul insists that they are in danger. Okay, what danger? Because Cremere wasn't around yet. No bad guys have been known in this time period.
I know what danger.
All right.
Okay.
So, anyways, the twins, we learned that the twins are artificially created, and they are the same person, but are in two separate bodies. Isn't that what a twin is?
That's what twins are.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god!
So that's what Soul figures out.
That's basically the equivalent of asking for a chocolate-flavored Oreo. They're already chocolate. Oh.
So anyway, Soul begged and begged for the girls to be tested, and finally, even though Endara contacted the council about this, and even the council said leave the children alone, she still went along with the testing. So we learn a bit more about the testing and all that. So they leave for the witch temple. The black lead witch possesses the white man, and we get into more of that. We finally see what's going on with the possession. So again, one black woman possessed. So we learned that it's the black woman that possessed him, not the whole covenant of witches. Just one black woman possessed the white man. So keep that in mind.
The power of one.
So
the power of two.
So and Kanaka. So and Kanaka know which girl to take, but Endara contacted the Jedi Council that said no, don't bother. And this is the most sexist and racist bit, in my opinion. Men like Kanaka and the Wookiee, yeah, these are men. So Kanaka, Soul, and the Wookiee go to the temple to rescue Osha. And when that happens, the witches, all the covenant of witches, possess the Wookiee, and we finally get our Wookiee fight as the Wookiee tries to kill his own allies. So all the witches possess one Wookiee, but it takes one black woman to possess one man. Tell me if that makes sense. It doesn't to me. It does not to me.
Anthony, both me and Steve are already suffering brain rot right now. I don't think we need to have any more questions now. Yeah. This is such utter fucking brain. Okay.
All right. So the black lady with May on her side.
I actually just gotta say something quickly. Go ahead. A lot of people saying, this ruined Star Wars and all this other stuff. I'm over here thinking, does this even take place in the same universe? Like, if you got this much things wrong, then it's impossible for me to say this is even in the same universe.
He's gonna answer that in a hot minute.
I will answer that at the end of my presentation here. The black lady with May on her side turns into a smoky monster right when they realize that the Jedi came for Osha. She turns into a smoky monster in front of a child, and then Soul sees this. He does the one Jedi thing he's meant to do. He ignites his lightsaber and stabs her because he's a smoky monster, and in the distance he sees the little girl turn into smoke as well. So to stop that, he kills the smoky monster. Well, then the black lady goes, "What are you doing? I was going to give her to you," and dies. So he was doing the Jedi thing. Trinity comes in to save the day. That's right. Endara comes in to save the day, knocks out the Wookiee. The Wookiee slashes Kanaka, the white guy, in the face, so that's how he gets the scars in episode 2. I forgot to mention that. But he knocks out the Wookiee, does a trance above his head, and kills all the witches. So that's how we find out all the witches are dead. It was done by Trinity.
By a lesbian.
Yeah, so controls. So now so all the witches that possess the Wookiee are dead. We learned that May accidentally lit the room on Osha's room on fire, so it was an accident. So we're supposed to not hate May. So now we're back to the bridge conflict where May and Osha confront each other. Then here comes Soul. He's watching this confrontation happen instead of lifting up both girls with the Force like you can in the Force Awakens. Because in the Force Awakens, not Force Awakens, but Force Unleashed with the Darth Vader's apprentice, you're able to force lift multiple objects and fling them at stormtroopers and crap. I know it can be done, but regardless, Soul decides to rescue Osha and let May fall to her death, or supposed death. And so this made me mad. Like, this episode offended me so much. If I didn't have one more episode left, I would have left. I would have walked away if it wasn't for one more episode left. Like, if this was a 12-episode arc, I would have left at this episode. All right, episode 8, the finale to this garbage. All right.
Here, look.
And these are notes.
Because I'm feeling kind of utterly useless here. All right, here we go.
All right.
I use only one L on pull. Osha pulls on the helmet and is possessed by it. What the fuck is this? A horror show or okay? Kamira rushes to her aid. Removes the helmet as Osha was trying to possess him too, but Kamira resists. Meanwhile, May escapes from Soul's ship, captured via escape ship. Soul goes after her, and just when things get interesting, say it.
Stupid golfer. He disables the ship, and that's when I really started to hate this character. When he disabled the ship, because if it wasn't for the stupid golfer, Soul would have lived.
We'll get to that in a hot minute. Okay. Screw this little shit instead of you get this little stupid shit instead of that. Shadow.
Yeah.
Anyway, Osha and Kamira leave. Finally, get Darth Plagueis.
Yeah, we finally have Darth Plagueis.
Being a fucking perv. Okay.
Yeah. See, here's Darth Plagueis. I'm coming out of frame. I take my fingers and I go, "Hi, I'm Plagueis." Of course, he doesn't say that, but that's basically what he does.
And it's supposed to imply...
That's what he does.
And it implies that Plagueis was watching Kamira skinny dipping.
Yeah, he was there the whole time on that planet. He's there the whole time. Oh boy, what's going on here? This is gonna be good. Ibuprofen. Wow. Wow. I had to get ibuprofen Friday during the rehearsal. When I streamed, before I streamed, I did a rehearsal of this. I had to get ibuprofen. Wow. The fact that you guys didn't watch this and the fact that it's affecting you this much. Wow, Leslie. Wow.
Feel better.
All right. So
John Jones, actor from Supergirl, makes a cameo. That's an
Yeah.
epic badass showdown between Soul and Quamir. Okay. That's cool, I guess. There's more.
all right. OSHA and May confront for the third freaking time, and it feels like actual real fighting.
Continue.
The fights are
I'll be
going
right
well.
back. I'll be right back.
What?
Continue. Keep going. I'll be right back.
Okay. The fights are going well but both sides are distracted by a Jedi ship. May runs away from OSHA. Just when Soul is about to win, May interferes and assists Quamir. Quamir wants to kill Soul, but May tricks Soul into confessing to killing Osa and May's mom. OSHA overhears this and turns to the dark side by bleeding Soul's lightsaber crystal because during the fight, Soul's lightsaber was tossed away from him and OSHA picks it up and you actually see the blue crystal bleed into red. That's finally shown on how that happens. So May turns to the dark side and upon hearing this, she force chokes Soul and this pisses me off. OSHA, the girl that Soul was trying to protect this whole time, gets killed by OSHA. Soul gets killed by the person he was trying to protect. So yeah, this pisses me off. If this stupid Gulfer didn't disable Soul's ship and would have captured May, I guarantee you Soul would have been alive. But it gets worse. It gets worse. The twins finally make up. Aw, how touching. Ugh. Go F yourself, Leslie. Quamir finds them and saying, hey, if I can sense you, so can a Jedi. Really? Then what was the purpose of the tools in the 7th episode? And here's the part I didn't realize they could do. So Quamir finds them and also agrees to train with Quamir, and Quamir erases May's memory so that the Jedi cannot use May against them. So I did not know that Sith could do this. I did not know that they could erase memories with a hand wipe, because he does do the hand wipe to erase the memory. Like, I know droids can get their minds wiped because it makes sense. They're synthetic, they're robots, you can reprogram them. But you're giving May Alzheimer's. So they don't know. I didn't know the Sith could do that. The Senate, Martian Manhunter, have heard of the attacks on the Jedi. The Jedi Council betrays Soul and pin all Jedi deaths on Soul after his death, allowing Quamir and OSHA to escape scot-free. And they begin their romantic training. And then we get to the worst cameo that I've seen ever in a Star Wars show.
Okay, I'm back. Oh. Sorry
All right, so I went through all that. Time to get to the final awful cameo.
First off, I had to get myself some passion fruit juice. It's fruit, it's juice, and it's called passion. Something that this dumb show lacks. So I need some passion in my life before we go. Now, actually, you know what? Let's go on to the worst cameo of all time.
So no plague is here. Crosses out it closes out to the back of Yoda's toy head. Yes, we see a lifeless Yoda puppet. As Leslie's wife, the green chick, goes, Master, we have a problem. And we see Yoda at the back of Yoda's head.
Sponge.
So yeah, we get a toy, and I'm so glad that this is over with. Guys, thank you so much for adding me to this fucking thing, because now I can finally move on. I've been holding this in all week since Tuesday. I can finally move on from this crap. So thank goodness, like Deadpool Wolverine better freaking deliver, because thank heavens, because of this, because of how terrible this is, I have to give praise to Beverly Hills Cop. I had more fun with Beverly Hills Cop than I did with this science fiction show that I refuse to acknowledge as Star Wars. So I give this a 3 out of 10 watcher score with a 2 out of 5 personal enjoyment score. The lowest Star Wars, the second lowest Star Wars show that I've ever seen. The first goes to Star Wars Resistance. I could not even finish that show because it was so dumb.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, this is the second worst Star Wars I've ever seen.
I needed that, man. Holy shit. Because, like, the amount of brain cells I lost, especially when we got to episode 6. Holy shit. Anyway, so, to sum this shit up, in case you haven't noticed, none of the writers watched anything Star Wars prior. And Leslie Headland claims to be a Star Wars fan. Find people that are actually fans, please. Find people that gives a shit about the material. What's his name? The guy who played Darth Maul in Clone Wars. He was also in Force Unleashed, right?
Sam Witter, I think. Something Witter. Sam something. Sam.
Hold on. Who voiced Maul in Clone Wars? Sam Witwitter.
Okay, I was close.
Yeah, he's a fan. In fact, you want to know how he ended up getting the role in Force Unleashed? By being a fan. He actually legit went out of his way and said, like, you know, if I were a Sith, this is how it would have actually been done. And boom, there you go. He got the role.
Yeah.
Leslie Headland has a sex fetish and has made it abundantly clear throughout the course of not just the show, hence Quimir skinny dipping and Darth Plagueis being a fucking pervert. She has.
I gotta turn on the fan. I'm actually getting heated because of how angry I am.
Good thing I have a fan on.
Yeah, I'm turning on the fan right now because I'm getting heated.
She legit has a movie that came out in 2015. Legit. Look this up. I'm not making this up. This is straight off from Wikipedia. Okay? She has a movie literally titled Sleeping with Other People. And her upcoming project, which is a TV show, is literally dying for sex. You cannot make this shit up. I swear to God. And
wow.
Lee Jung-jae and Pablo Schreiber, they basically belong in the same club right now of being actors that have complete passion and love for the material and for the franchises that they're respectfully a part of, but they're getting fucked over by shitty god-awful writing.
Yeah, because he loved this. He learned English just to be a part of it, so that he could be a Jedi, which was a dream of his.
Shit like this is the reason why Star Wars, as of late, has gone downhill. Aside from other shit like Ahsoka, Andor.
Yeah, maybe the prequels, looking back, were not that bad. And keep in mind, I actually did enjoy them even back then. I mean, I didn't think they were maybe the best, well, except for Revenge of the Sith. I love that one. But yeah, even back then, there was at least a love for Star Wars. Honestly, yeah. Plus, I also, in some part, kind of blame the original trilogy purists or something, because, don't get me wrong, they'll always be the best, but honestly, because of that and some other things, it might have been one of the reasons that it drove George to sell it off and stuff.
Yeah, people got blindsided so hard with those original movies that people like J.J. Abrams misconstrued the original films as well. He tried to bring back the sense of practicality to Star Wars with The Force Awakens, only to basically just redo A New Hope. Essentially, you're not doing anything new, JJ. You're doing the same shit by adding your mystery box bullshit. And then on top of that all, right? Like the reason why Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau kicked fucking ass during those first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian is because, well, it was Star Wars.
Yeah.
It was just Star Wars. That's what the sequel trilogy should have been. That's what this piece of shit should have been.
Yeah, because if you want to make a show about the Sith, have it be from Darth Plagueis' point of view from the get-go. Don't focus it on the Jedi. And here's the issue I have with this show, watching it from open mind. Episodes 3 and Episode 7 should have been Episodes 1 and 2.
And
what was that?
Not only that, but why the fuck was this a show? Why was it a show?
Yeah, because there's 3 fillers in it and only 4 good episodes, and each episode is a half-hour long. Guess what? Add those together, that equals 2 hours. And what does 2 hours count as? A movie. Like, it don't have to be in theaters, but make this a Disney Plus movie. I want it to be one and done with this.
From the shit I've seen, I saw various clips of this shit show. And while, yes, the fighting is good, the colors and the costuming are good, but the way they showed it, the way they screened it, the way, like, apparently this... Oh, hey there. How's it going?
Hey.
Hello.
The way this was presented felt like it belonged on the CW.
Yeah,
but
it
it's
does.
on Disney Plus.
But that's my main gripe with this is I say only episodes 5 and then episodes 8 are the only ones related to the Sith.
Hi, Kumi Tooney. How are you? How are you doing?
Hey, bud. How are you? Good to see you.
Yeah, Verge, we just gone through a completely long, drawn-out review of one of the worst TV shows.
I wish I could have summarized this order, but I couldn't because of how much negativity there was. But yeah. But now I can finally move on. Thank you guys for having me. It's been a pleasure.
So a couple of hold on. Ignore the new Crimson Heart schedule title, but I've seen clips of it. Action is amazing. The ship designs are awesome. Production wise is amazing, and Soul was the big standout. But oh, for fuck's sake,
Soul shouldn't have been the focus, but he was. And that's where the show fails.
You gotta focus on the storytelling. Storytelling is a must for Star Wars. It is the reason why Star Wars exists in the first place. But if you're gonna put more emphasis on agendas or whatever the fuck this was, you failed. You flopped. You don't deserve to write anymore. Go back to writing school.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I'm glad you were able to finally do this. Thank you so much for joining in for all of that. That was much needed. But so I need to give out a little bit of a disclaimer for future streams of Crimson Arts tomorrow. As you noticed this past week, I wasn't able to stream Metal Gear Solid because of, well, Konami being draconian as fuck right now. So Metal Gear and Sony PlayStation games, they're off for now until I find a game to stream on PlayStation. But for now, it's just going to be straight up Halo and Gears of War. That's just the way it is. And I'm sorry I wasn't able to. I was actually planning to stream on Friday some Halo 2 after we got the announcement that the Halo TV series was canceled to celebrate the fact that Halo TV was canceled. But unfortunately, Microsoft is in a bit of a pickle right now.
Yeah, flights were canceled and all kinds of crap. It was a bad cyber attack on them. Bad.
Honestly, okay, CrowdStrike. Sorry, Microsoft definitely is included in it, but I think the main perpetrator was a company called CrowdStrike. A lot of the computers that got affected by that one mostly had CrowdStrike as their security system. I actually work at an IT company, and none of our computers got shut down or had that blue screen issue. So it seems any type of company that uses CrowdStrike as their security service, which includes a lot of public transportation type places, banks, hospitals, and so forth, they were the ones who got hit. Any more like local type things that don't use CrowdStrike, we were able to turn out okay.
Yep. So everything should be normal. I just checked my my job's clock-in system, UKG. It works fine, but yeah, I think everything should be normal now, right?
Yeah. Everything works good now. So it should be good to stream tomorrow. I'll be back with Ghost of Tsushima tomorrow.
Yep. Anyway, wow, I was expecting this to be a pretty long episode, and it pretty much was. Fuck you, Leslie. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That
and people want to. If they're saying that they want a season 2, no, they don't. They want more Dark Plagueis. Get it right.
Yeah. Yeah. This was absolutely unacceptable. But whatever.
So I'll return the next time a controversial Star Wars thing happens. And who knows? I may return for Sonic.
Hopefully next time Ethan will stick around without any internet interruptions here and there, because that's why he had to leave early. It was not our intention to have him leave that early. I really wish that he would stay, but whatever. But we won't.
Ethan will take my spot next Sunday. It's been a pleasure.
Not next Sunday.
Oh, or the next podcast. I mean, the next podcast.
Yeah. So here's how it's gonna work. That's the other thing. Today is the last day before the actual final break of whatever this was, because June and July have been nothing but disasters. Okay, for me, and I had to have at least 2 podcast episodes. 3 podcast episodes every 2 weeks. But once August hits, once August is finally here, it will be a weekly series finally. So every Sunday we will have the podcast. But next weekend I cannot do it. I got a personal endeavor to look out for. But so thank you so much for tuning in, for jumping in. Thank you, Ruscio. I hope you enjoyed us, especially Captain Nemo rambling on and on about the devastation.
I didn't want to ramble. Trust me. I wanted to like this show.
I believe you.
I wanted to like it.
It is what it is. Yeah. All right. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, for joining, for tuning in. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit like, subscribe. What did you think of The Acolyte? Did you like it? You didn't like it. Let's be real. You didn't fucking like it at all. You hated it just as much as he did. Just as much as he fucking did. And Steve, any takeaways?
Biggest minds.
At this point, don't even bother with anything Disney Star Wars related.
Okay.
So to answer your question, I do have a question to answer that Steve asked. I do think this is a separate episode because I kind of noticed with Disney Star Wars, things have been kind of divided into universes. Like I believe the Mando versus one, which consists of Mandalorian seasons 1 to 3, Ahsoka, and Book of Boba Fett. Meanwhile, there's also a Rogue One verse, which I call Rogue One, Andor season 2. I believe that's going to be in a universe. The Obi-Wan Kenobi I consider part of the Rogue One verse, but this is a universe all on its own, and I kind of want to avoid that specific universe.
And you should too. Anyway, that's it for now. Thank you for answering that one particular question.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm gonna go drink bleach in a bit. So I want to erase all memory from that.
I can move on to Deadpool.
Unfortunately, we don't have any
Final.
neuralizers from Men in Black.
I do not. Sadly, I do not. I can do the mind wipe. I can do the mind wipe that the Sith use.
I am just a figment of your imagination.
Okay, all right. I now I really need to shut the stream off. Anyway, thank you, Captain Nemo. Thank you, Robo Guy, and I'll see you.
Have a good day.
Take care.
In the next one.
See you later. Bye.
You too.
You too, Roshio.
You too. Hold on. Let me
Bye.
bring you. There we go. All right. See ya.
Hasta luego.